I have with me the composer from the film, Michael Hughes from the Worry Not. Mike, how did you first get involved with the film Fortified, and when did you first hear about it?
Whew, I don't know. It's been like 2 years ago at least, I think. Spencer was a student of mine. I was teaching him some trigonometry. And I saw some ambition in this young fella, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to try to ride on his coattails if I can, okay? Because, you know, here's a young kid and he's doing something. So I said, you know, did you ever think about making a longer film? And if you did, would you consider letting me try to do some music for it? You know, it's something I always wanted to do. So there was the opportunity, and, well, it happened.
Mike, you have a couple records on an independent label and been making your own music years before this film was ever thought of. How was working on this project and different from your past work?
The things I recorded before were song-oriented, you know, lyrical content all by itself. Now, while here, I'm just supporting the visual of another artist. That's the main difference. So I'm just trying to just make textures underneath this thing that I thought best suited it, just from my experience of watching, you know, a lot of movies on my own. Plus the fact that I wasn't the boss, you know, I'm working for someone else.
Mike, what was the most challenging part of doing your soundtrack?
Just trying to get used to working with another artist, okay? Now I have a lot of friends and we've worked a long time together. You know, my own contemporaries. Spencer, though, a lot younger than me, has a completely different vision, a vision that, you know, I wasn't quite aware of yet. So just getting used to that and building the communication, you know, I think he was looking at me a little differently as well. So sometimes I think he was very cautious with how he would make suggestions to me, maybe make these changes, and of course I didn't want that. I needed his direction.
Hey Mike, how do you feel about the final product?
I'm pleased. I mean, I think overall, for a young director's first small feature, I think it went really well. And from my first attempt at coloring that up with some kind of sound, I'm pleased with that too. You know, it's a scary thing to go out on a limb and make something. And a scary thing when you know other people are looking at it and knowing who you are doing it. But I don't feel ashamed or anything. I feel good, you know, want to do some more.